You're still gonna call me Hat Guy after that, huh? I didn't see anyone else in there who needed saving. It's nothing. I'll be fine. Why are you looking at me like that? Is it that shocking that I'd come to your rescue? I owed you a favor back in Sumeru. Now we're even. Distracting Dotori was tough. I won't lie. He's not gonna fall for the same trick twice. That was my one shot. I'd hope... I never wanted to obliterate someone more than I do right now. Dotori doesn't recognize me. But his segments were originally made based on an analysis of my opera. I expect it's only a matter of time before he figures out.
So Dotori doesn't recognize Wanderer because he deleted himself from Irminsul. Did he really miss his only chance for revenge?
Why the long face? Hey, and I'm not complaining either. Rescuing you and everyone would be pretty stuck without you. It's best.
How are you holding up? Are you all right? Hat Guy said to put safety first, so we agreed to run as far away as we could after leaving the energy field, and only...
You don't look injured. It seems that Dotori...
All right. Rescue operation. There's a lot more work to be done before this...
Understood. I will bear the Tsaritsa's decree in mind. I don't see what's so awesome about it, though. Does he really think everyone else is as immature as him?
I thought you might say that. How's your progress?
Quite promising, actually. Remember how I asked you to look up some files for me? That stuff on the Nachtschitzenkreuz Institute. Alain Guillotin despised René's theories and methods, but he never managed to come...
I thought Alain was like a father to you. He and René were mortal
And? What would you say if Linny and his friends one day learned something useful from someone you...
I would applaud them for it. That would mean that they have surpassed me.
For all we know, Alain Guillotin might have thought the same thing. Not that it matters, though. Once you die, it doesn't matter how great you were in life. Only the living get to
Hey, come on out. They're back.
Huh? You're back? And your head's still screwed on? And you still have all your limbs?
What does it look like? Way to keep your composure, madam.
Excuse you. I am perfectly composed.
Glad you're okay. Yes, it's a huge relief.
Worry? Oh, yeah, right. You think we, the Fatui, were worried about...
We were worried sick.
Hey!
The Traveler and I were already friends. You are free to join this mission in whatever capacity you please.
It's a laugh a minute.
I must say, I was quite surprised when Mr. Albedo told me he would need no additional aid.
We discussed this on our way back as well. I am rarely so unequivocal, but in this case, we had full
He said he knew what he was doing. Albedo and I pretty much had to just wait outside on standby. Meanwhile, Hat Guy broke into the energy field and
You didn't have to mention that.
Well, I'm thoroughly impressed. You are a force to be reckoned with, Hat Guy.
Is she back? Is she really back? Traveler! It's really you! Oh, thank goodness!
You can finally breathe easy, Paimon.
It's great to have you back in one piece! Oh, Paimon's been having nightmares the whole time you were gone! Look at them. You know, once you reach my age, there's nothing better than watching a misty-eyed reunion between friends.
It's nothing. Same goes when you get to my age, too. I bet Ino and Anefa would be tearing up as well if they were here.
Varka, I'm not...
Oh, yeah, good point. Hey, your eyes are looking a little red and puffy.
What? Ew, no! No, thank you.
You're not everyone. I'm sorry for all the trouble I caused you. While I was being held captive, I learned a lot about Dottoro's current capabilities and...
The three moon goddesses were even more powerful than we imagined. No wonder Dottore believes himself to be equal to the gods.
Utter blasphemy.
While everyone was gone, Nefer and I made an interesting discovery. And I believe Miss Sandrone...
Called it. Getting rid of a pesky troublemaker like her is like trying to clean up after a crumbly cake.
Our next step is to find a way to bring her back.
A place where time flows backwards, with no destination in sight. Surely it must have been created for a specific purpose.
It sounds like she's on a specific path through time, just traveling in the opposite direction to us. The question is, where does that path lead? Or will it—
We considered that question as well. Strictly speaking, time is...
Indeed not. Every road has an end.
Nicole! You sure loved quietly sneaking in mid-conversation.
I do, in fact. It's something I've always done at our mages' tea parties. Quiet, mysterious, and persuasive. You wonder what lies at the end of her road. Well, just as the world has a beginning and an end, but where Miss Columbina will end up along this road, that depends on where this particular river of...
What about the original moons and the moon goddesses? Do they have a beginning?
All things do. In the beginning, no moons adorned the sky. It was the Dragon King Nibelung who raised the three... They were shadows of the planet, born to wield Nibelung's authority and oversee the world on his behalf. But then one day, they disappeared just as suddenly as they had once been brought into being.
Like I thought. No more paths back to reality but how can I be sure that I'm going the right way without scenes from reality to keep me on track? I can't even be sure of how long I've been walking for. The further I travel, the less stable this space becomes. There are even they can just materialize out of thin air. Is that the ray here of Solnari?
You are the moon goddess. But how? Please, there's no need.
I find that a little difficult to believe.
Yeah. The way you used my own power against me was... It was a And then, in the final moment before I was thrown into this space, I got to see...
Mr. Dainsleif.
Right. It was so long ago now. When I first got here, I was filled with how I cursed and devoured. I tore everything here apart. I was consumed by the desire to leave this place and have my vengeance. But to no avail. This is the second time I've entered this space. Though I have no memory of the first. I was torn to shreds the moment I entered. But this time I survived. It must be partly because of this new body. And partly because...
Are you the source of the abyssal power in here?
Not all of it. Some is from when I first arrived here and tried to destroy everything. But there was already a degree of abyssal power here before I entered. And like a venomous snake baking in the merciless sun.
Tried to.
Yes. Because because after that, the world suddenly became silent for a moment.
What do you mean?
The voices in my head, they were gone. And then I saw
Her?
Thelindis, my former.
Never mentioned that she saw a memory of Thelindis leaping into the moon's reflection.
More precisely, I saw her afterimage. I'm sure the real her is long gone. She was. Anyway, why have you come here? Didn't you know it was a dead end?
If I hadn't escaped through the moon gate, my friends would have been in far greater danger.
Oh, I see. Because of your power. The power of a moon goddess.
What?
You'd like to know how I know, wouldn't you? The one who resurrected me said so. I could hear a deep lust for power in his voice.
Do you mean?
Dottore. So that's what he's called. He'd been collecting fragments of my body for a long time. All so that he could resurrect me at the moment of his choosing. I had no interest in his research. But being as corroded by the abyss as I was, we were aligned as far as hunting the moons and recovering my strength were concerned.
So that's why the Wild Hunt suddenly became so active in Nodcry. When I left the Fatui in my weakened state, Dottore must...
Moon Goddess? Could I...
What?
I know this is a lot to ask, especially from someone who tried to kill you. But this is the only thing I desire now.
What do you want?
I'd like you to take a message to Thelindis for me.
Thelindis? But...
Yes, she's dead. But like I said, I saw her. I can sense that some part of her soul remains here. Far...
Why don't you go and speak to her yourself?
I can't. I don't know why, but I can't move freely in this space as you can. All I can see is a glimpse of her walking away. Just like the moment when I last saw. In return, I will clear these abyssal obstacles for you. No, not in return. I'll clear them for you, whether you want to help me or not. Yeah. Why, indeed. I'm tired of it all. Tired of the person I became. People used. I think I grew tired of it long ago.
What do you wish to tell her?
All of it. My past.
Is it okay if I give her the abridged? Like the part where you relentlessly tried to kill us?
Love demands honesty. But my relationship with Thelindis was built. We hid too much from each other. But after living my whole life in the shadows, I don't...
I will do my best.
There. The abyss will no longer stand in your way.
Even though Mr. Dainsliff felt he had to fight you, I think he still regarded you as a friend.
Dane?
He said that you betrayed him, but he also felt great remorse at never having understood what you were truly going.
Why tell me this?
Because if he'd known that someone could take a message to you, I believe that's what he would have said.
Thank you. I know this will sound strange coming from me, but don't die, Moon Goddess.
He kept his word. The abyss is no longer obstructing my path. Is that the Lindis? She wasn't far off at all. And hello, Miss the Lindis.
Who are you? How do you know my name?
You can call me Columbina. I promised Rerir that I'd bring a message to you.
Rerir? My Rerir? Is he well?
He's doing better
Better than he was, huh? Sounds like he's had a pretty rough time.
Others have had a rough time on his account too. In many cases, their time ran out because of him. And I'm not just talking about the children of the Crimson Moon.
So, things got worse before they got better.
Are you sure you wish to know?
Yes. This is my opportunity to learn the truth. No matter how hard it is to hear.
I admire your courage. However, time is short. I cannot stay here for long. Rerir had seeds of hatred in his heart, and many people nursed them for their own ends. On some level, but in the end, he came to regret his mistakes. He wanted to apologize for hiding beyond that. He did not say but I'm sure that you've always been on his mind. You are what has kept him going.
I'm sorry, Miss Columbina.
It's all right. I understand. Well, that's everything from me.
Wait. Time flows backwards here. The road ahead only leads further and further into the past.
I know. I intend to reach the end of that road.
Without a moon marrow, without the 3 moons' power, you won't make it far. Wait, unless... Are you?
You could say that.
I see. I often think to myself, if life is like a train ride, why haven't I reached the terminus? Where am I even going? And it's not just me, it's this whole place. Wherever it is, it seems like I must seem so ridiculous. I can't answer these basic questions, and yet I jumped right in here without hesitating. Oh, thinking back, I was suddenly overcome with fear and terror in that moment. Perhaps I used to be a researcher at the Universitas Magistrorum in Conria, researching the Rerir was one of the Venster King's retainers. With me, he was in an I wanted to help him escape his lot in life. I wanted him to be happy, so I thought I'd use this place to return to the past. At the time, I thought I could just go back to the day that the Venster King first found It was only after meeting the prince that the Venster King started going too far with his research into the abyss. That was the day all of our woes began. I thought I could stop the king from ever...
I couldn't kill the Venster King himself, so I had to find another way to save Rerir. That's why I wanted to go back. To kill the person who had brought new possibilities to our...
I'm sure it was a futile endeavor, but the abyss probably enhances the basest human desires. So but I was simply too weak. Like a speck of dust against the whole universe. Look at me. I know I'm never getting out of here. But you're different. You can make it, and I want to help.
How do you plan to help me?
Have you noticed the golden energy that exists here? Based on my past research and my observations since coming here, I believe they carry you forward faster. I can share what I've learned and help you understand the pattern in which this energy appears. I think you just might... Now, I know you will be able to change the past. Also, I've been speculating about where this phase ends. The documentation was scanned, but from what I know of the legends about the moons, the oldest, I have no way of verifying any of it by this point. But if it's true, you might be able to reach that era if you keep walking.
Understood. Thank you, Miss.
I'm the one who should be thanking you. If you hadn't entered this realm of everlasting death, what use would my... About Rayrear,
It wasn't your fault.
That's not true. Because we both feared bringing trouble upon each other. Neither of us ever... But enough about that. I wish you a... And may the outside world never have to experience pain like this again. Rayrear, you're there, aren't you? I cannot see you, because you exist in the future. I expect we'll be trapped in this prison of space-time, but please, gaze upon the past, and then sit for a while. Let's find a place to sit down together, just like we did when we first met.
How long have I been walking? How much further till I reach the end? Is there even an end to be found? Everything's getting blurry. Are you all right, little sister? Have you come from the distant future?
So, how exactly did the moons just disappear? Shouldn't it be a little hard?
The world is a vast and ancient place. On a certain...
Miss Nicole explained that the moon goddesses likely perished in the War of Funerary Flame. The moons themselves were also destroyed at that time.
Am I missing something then? 'Cause the stories say that the moon goddesses were born on...
Huh, you're right!
Why do their birthplaces differ? What's the difference between the two generations of moon goddesses?
Also, remember what Sandrone said? Her scans detected 4 moons. In other...
Technically, the result of the scan means that 4 moon marrows were detected and positively identified as moons. In other words, this piece of information alone isn't enough for us to know how Miss Columbina is doing right.
Yep. We have no way of staying up to date on whether she's dead or alive. But at least she's trying her best to get back to us.
Yeah. She's a tough cookie. And a sore loser, too. We have to trust that she'll... As much as it pains me to say it, we've got no chance of beating Dottore in a straight-up fight. He's much too powerful. That maniac is going to devour everything in his path until he reaches us. We need to find someone or something that can stop him. I'll be frank. Our only hope of defeating this false god is with a real moon goddess on our side. And I know that even she was no match for him when he attacked, but...
We're not giving up on saving her, whether she can defeat Dottore or not.
Right. Don't worry, Miss Sandrone.
No one's trying to argue that we can only justify saving our friend because it will help...
So... she's more than just a...
Absolutely.
Duh! She's part of the gang! And you are too, you know.
Yes, I know. You don't need to labor the point. I knew that the moment I came running over with my documents that I was part of the in-group. Anyway, as for how we get Columbina back, I've been working on it constantly. I'd probably get there if I could continue my calculations, but the problem is...
Computing power? You mean, you need more...
No, the issue isn't energy, it's processing power. There's so much data to get through that
That's a tricky problem.
René de Petrichor of the Nazissenkreuz Ordo once foretold the fate of the world. But I don't know how he did it. However, that won't work for me. His methodology was vastly different from my own. Ugh, this is so annoying. If I'd known we'd run into a bottleneck like this, Well, no, the design.
Oh, what do we do then? How about we grab a bite to eat?
You don't get it, do you? I need accurate results, not big prophecies. Where the heck? Anyway, time to shelve the discussion on technical difficulty.
Either way, we've done what we can. Rest well, everyone. Remember to let us know.
Hawkeye? Is he hinting that we should...
Let's go somewhere a little more... You know that Dory went back to Sumeru, right?
Yeah. She mentioned she was...
Things aren't looking good for Notcry. She's gone to spread the word so that Sumeru has it. From what I know of Dottore, there are two possible reasons why he hasn't made a move yet. One is that he's still working through some kinks in his new powers. The other is, he'll easily devour everything eventually. So I guess he's in no rush to make... The first false god he made was me. Now it's his turn. Even though my records were erased from Irminsul, he once told me that becoming a god was like turning yourself into a hungry wolf or giant serpent to devour the moon. Clearly, he's always wanted to get his greedy hands on divine authority one way or another. In the desert of Sumeru, there is a chessboard built by King Deshret, also known as Al-Ahmar. I don't know, but creating games and setting rules. Gods do that. Now he has the Trilunar Authority. His power is leagues beyond the common people. I don't think there's either way. Dory will inform Lesser Lord Kusanali. The Seven will have some recourse available. If nothing else, their protection should keep the rest of the world. So on the bright side, even if Notcry is doomed, your friend's another name.
That's good to know. But I'm not ready to give up on Notcry yet.
There's a word for people who refuse to let in.
Maybe it sounds greedy to you. And probably naive too. Battles are fleeting. But the will to fight is a long-term commitment. Give up for even a moment, and...
Why do you always feel the need to do the right thing? No one is born to be a savior. I mean, who's gonna criticize you if you fail or give up?
Don't take this the wrong way, but Dottore said something similar to me. I guess the Fatui attracts people who don't...
Not necessarily. It's less about belief for me. I just want to know...
You look kinda worried.
If your arch-nemesis was about to achieve their ultimate goal, I think you might feel a little...
That's true. Dottore is about to be... Still, you're calmer than I expected.
Obviously, I have to admit that my past self was a reckless fool who misunderstood not only the point of revenge, and as much as I want my vengeance, I know I'm not gonna get it by acting alone. If the world's taught me anything... Too bad it never taught me any other virtues, though. So... I am going to
So, what's your plan?
I'll get to that. First, tell me...
Just like Paimon said.
How much do you trust her? This is a serious question. Think...
Although she's with the Fatui, she has her own values, and she's helped us a lot. I see no reason not to trust her.
If you say so. In that case, the three of us need to talk. I have some thoughts about her computing. It can be solved, but it will come with a cost.
How much? If I can afford it, I'll cover it.
Sometimes your heroism really backs me into a corner. You know, come on. Let's go talk to her.
Miss Androne, Traveler.
Hey there.
Paimon's here too! She was just helping them sort through their thing.
That was fast. The call only just ended.
Well, you said it was urgent, so we got here as quick.
Albedo, I have some alchemy questions for you.
I see. Looks like my... If I might ask, What is the end goal for the
I needed to predict the future of the entire world. But I've run into some teething issues since—
I see. I'll have a look at it. Still, computing power is...
About that, it's been sorted.
Oh, with the Traveler's help?
Actually, you're not wrong. She found the person with the solution.
Was it Hat Guy?
Yeah, it was him.
Wow! Go, Hat Guy! Seems like all that—
But where is he? Wasn't he the one who asked Albedo and I to come?
Come with me.
Hat Guy? What's happened to him?
Hat Guy! Can you hear us? No response.
Hat Guy mentioned that he was a puppet. It seems that his functions are currently shut down. I presume this has something to do with the solution.
That's right. He and the Traveler came to see me. Wait, what? You have a solution?
Would you calm down? Why do you always react so hysterical?
Excuse me? How would you know? You shouldn't be—
Oh, please. It doesn't take that long to—
Where does a mere student get that?
I've actually published more papers than you. Not that status counts for much. Even Paimon's applied for academia admission.
Huh? Are you serious?
See? This is why I can't be bothered to explain myself. She recognizes no one's skills but her own.
Okay, fine. I'll hear you out. So—
This world itself is constantly processing all kinds of information. If it's the world's—
Easier said than done. Only Irminsul can handle that kind of— Wait, is that what you're suggesting? But surely we can't just— plug my
You should be able to tell that I'm not human.
Yeah, I noticed. The technology, though, seems pretty ancient. Very different from—
Conrian, to be precise. I'm what they would have called— Puppets need an energy source and processing power. The artisans who built them sought out the materials most suit—
You? Do you mean—
The Traveler and I have talked it over. She's willing to vouch for you. So, it was built using wood from a silver white tree. Which makes—
Conrian technology and Irminsul wood. Are you sure about this? A puppet without its core will cease functioning completely. And if it's left in that state for too long—
I can put two and two together, yes.
I won't lie to you. This has never been done before.
Doesn't matter.
Did you two actually talk this through?
Yes, we discussed it. The bottom line is, let's give it a shot, shall we?
Honestly, I have no clue where this kid even came from. But for what— I'm very close to finishing my calculations now, and the core is currently in use. This is what the core looks like.
A silver white branch. It certainly matches the—
Is Hat Guy gonna be okay?
He's not gonna die, right?
In theory, he should be fine. As long as beyond that, all I can say is that I'll try my best to avoid risks.
I think I know why you called us here now. Someone needs to watch over his—
Correct. He said that the only ones he trusts here are you two.
He will have our
Aww, Hat Guy.
On a more positive note, things are progressing steadily on—
The worst case scenario with the core removal is either a system reset or a total loss of function. But a core is completely different from a heart. It's like another vital organ entirely. But in the end, it turns out the core was more useful to— Do you think there's any difference between a puppet and a human? If not, then I have already experienced both a past life, and a part of me wonders whether I'm only capable of making this decision because—
Sandrone will succeed, won't she?
She will. We all—
That's right. And I'll protect you all.
same power as Canon.
Sonnet. So...
Oh, goodness. You recognize me? Well then, what's your name?
Columbina. Columbina hyposelenia.
Hyposelenia? What a lovely name. Did you choose it yourself?
It was a joint effort.
Friends? You mean your friends?
Huh?
Oh, sorry. You must be exhausted. I apologize.
Do you mean the other two moon goddesses?
Wow, you sure know a lot. Hey. Oh, I guess that wasn't... It's alright. You could say we were too prepared. I can't... When did you get here? How long has it been?
I can't say for sure, but it feels like it's been forever.
I see. Are you feeling alright? You look a little unwell.
I can hold out a while longer.
We don't have far to go. The place where my sisters and I are based is just up ahead. Don't worry, they're both really nice. I'll introduce you. Sisters! I'm back! And look who I've brought with me. It's our lovely little sister, born...
The pleasure is all mine.
Allow me to introduce you to Columbina hyposelenia. This is Arya, the goddess of the eternal moon, and this is Canon, goddess of the frost moon. Canon, don't you think hyposelenia's power is similar to yours?
Hello, Columbina. I apologize for our start.
It's fine.
You seem shy. Don't worry, Columbina hyposelenia. No one can hurt.
Could you tell me where here is? Please. I must...
This is where Tevat's original ruler, the Dragon King Nibelung, imprisoned the moon goddesses.
What? You're scaring her.
No, I'm fine. Please.
Nibelung, our original master, created us in the distant past to make...
But he left this world and traveled into the dark universe beyond. To explore...
Day and night, we fulfilled our duty in the heavens. Until the day that the first descender arrived.
The great ruler of the firmament.
The heavenly principles.
Is that what later generations call them? I see. But we did not reject them at first. We coexisted in peace.
Slowly, however, we came to realize that our guest had a growing desire.
And you didn't stop it?
No. There was an order to the rules they set up that Nibelung never taught us. We wanted to know if this order would bode good or ill for Tevat. All right. Canon and I wanted to know.
Later, we discovered that this great ruler of the firmament bore an almost paranoid hostility toward the They would even cast down celestial nails as manifestations of their power, to punish the civilizations of the world below.
Only this was far...
Right. Their rules brought order, but I did everything in my power to help the punished escape catastrophe, but still...
The ancestors of the Frost Moon Scions were some of the ones you helped.
But just when we had decided to take countermeasures, the Dragon King...
And so began the War of Funerary Flame.
So, that's the name the world gave that war in the future.
Well, who won in the end?
As far as I know,
The Heavenly Principles won, although it came at a great cost. They remained in Teyvat, where they continue to rule to this day. And the world's original master, the Dragon King Nibelung, was destroyed. And what of the moons? Are there still...
You can tell us the truth, Columbina. We know we are but remnants of a bygone age.
Only the frost moon remains. But it has the eternal and iridescent moons were both shattered during the war. So death finally came for us in the end.
Sonnet.
But you're still...
A moon goddess cannot live without her moon, Columbina.
She's right. That's why I began to disappear. Because the frost moon is cut.
Our souls may endure within this lunar palace, but if our moons are destroyed,
then we shall disappear the moment we depart from it. I'm sorry.
There's no need to apologize to us, dear sister. If anything, we owe the world an apology. If only we'd decided to act sooner, rather than arguing.
All the more reason not to spend this time in regret. Instead, we should focus our efforts on how we might help.
Sorry?
Don't you see, Columbina, your story is not yet over. Is that not why you are here?
It's done. Initiate numerological array. Continue running primary process. Calculate the world's fate through extrapolation. And secondary process? Scan for... Still 4. The number of moon mirror... Wait, let me think. Is it possible that there's something I've been misunderstanding? Variables. I know where potential variables within the world come from. So what about the moons? Like their life or death, for instance. What if being alive or dead makes no difference to a moon? But that's so strange. Even immortal gods can die. Why would the moon... Wait! I've got it! If alive or dead is considered a variable, we might have had this wrong the whole time. No one ever said that a moon marrow equals a living moon. We just initiate secondary process. Scan again. This time filtering out interfering perimeter. Moon marrow. I don't care. Why? It says 3 moons still exist in Teyvat, even after excluding the moon marrows. But redo the scan. Narrow the results to living moons and real moons. No, scrap that. Narrow... Why? Why is it still... What is this, Columbina? Has the world lied to us? Or are you the one pulling the wool over our eyes?
So, you think that the moon's reflection might be where Nibelung imprisoned the 3 moon sisters?
Yes, it would explain a lot, such as why that space would respond to a moon goddess's power, opening the moon gate at her command. It would also explain why Miss Columbina has been unable to leave, and why time flows in reverse there.
In the messages she sent, Columbina promised us she'd find a way to return.
The fact that she still has yet to reappear in this world indicates that returning from that place is no easy feat.
So you're saying, if she could return by her own power...
Yes. She certainly wouldn't leave it to this late stage when it's so I've been giving this some thought, and I've come to believe that Luanatar might be an anchor that she left behind. This could also explain why Luanatar is always by the traveler's side.
Sounds like a plausible theory. If that's the case, there must be... The question is...
Hello? Listen up! This is extremely important! Not only is Columbina alive, but she may well exist in a form unimaginable to us. I'm still unclear on the details, but she's done something truly inconceivable in the past. And the clue to what she's done lies in the moon and Teyvat sky.
Truly amazing. Oh,
I'm sure we all feel the same. And I'm sure Columbina is ready to get back here and fight by our side.
I'll keep my calculations going and try to find some way of coordinating with her. But that's not an excuse.
How can the dead moons still live? And Luanatar.
It's hard to believe that
Our authority is linked to the most fundamental rules of Teyvat. I suppose it's no wonder that many would...
I didn't realize that when you said friends, you meant people who live down in Teyvat.
Have you ever tried?
Of course. Between us, we've tried everything. But no matter where we go, this space will eventually bring us...
it's like the center of a whirlpool. Everything ultimately converges here, at the moment when Nibelung imprisoned us.
In that case, have you tried using any of those pathways that connect this space to the real world?
Sorry? What are those?
They're passages through which you can make small-scale changes to reality by using Kuvaki. Or am I the only one who can use those passages?
Kuvaki. What is that?
You don't know? It's a unique kind of elemental energy found...
Oh. Well, it's true that the moons first rose up from the parted, but there is no difference in the elemental energy between their...
What?
Could you show us some of this Kuvaki? Hyposelenia? Maybe if we see it.
Okay.
Isn't that just your power?
What? But it's everywhere in Nodcry. In the air, in the land.
How curious. This Kuvaki certainly did not exist,
Let alone influence living creatures. So, how exactly does it affect them anyway?
This is so strange. Why would the...
Columbina, you're looking for more than just a way out of here, aren't you?
Yes. If I am to help my friends, I will need tri-lunar authority on
You mean... you'll need...
This sounds extremely risky. The three moons' powers are not mutually compatible. Concentrating them into one goddess will be a...
I know. But I'm willing to take that risk.
Even so, let's say we successfully transfer our authority to you. Nibelung constructed this realm specifically to prevent us from using our powers to enter. No moon goddess can leave this place alive.
What if I don't leave alive?
Where do we even start? How are we supposed to figure out what we're meant to do to help Columbina?
Columbina? What do you mean?
If she really got to the beginning of time in there, how do you think she'd leave us a message? You don't think she'd write it down on a stone tablet?
Seems unlike Columbina may not talk a lot, but she thinks deeply about issues like this.
Let's review what we know. This is the Columbina who fought alongside us against the Reykjir of Solnari. She knows our personalities, our ways of doing things. So, if she wanted to tell us something from a long, long time ago... Oh. Traveler, you once said that those golden ripples also appeared when Luanatar... What if Columbina left Luanatar here, not just if she is part of Columbina, and Columbina knows that I can see past events through her?
Oh yeah! Like when you peeked into Rarer's past through his heart!
Nefer, wait! If you're right about this, and you can really see past events through Luanatar, your eyes, they'll...
Oh, I know. Looking at Rerir's past in Conria was already enough of a strain on my... It'll surely blind me. But it's our only chance. This is the only...
Boss.
We spoke about this once, a long time ago. Do you remember what I said, Yehoda? The day I lose my sight, the Curatorium of Secrets will be yours to run.
But...
What's wrong? I'd be overjoyed if I were you. This day's come a lot earlier than either of us. I need to know you'll honor our agreement, Yehoda.
Yes, Boss Neff.
Are you sure you don't want some time to think this through?
What is there to think through? I should have gone blind after our battle with Rerier. Frankly, it's almost...
Then at least let me take some precautions on your behalf. And if you really do lose your sight, I'll...
Oh, please, anything but that. I was actually ready to go through with it.
As if I could ever scare you.
All right, enough chit.
All done.
Good. Now give me some space. Come on then, little one. Show me what happened in the past.
Between the Trilunar Authority, Kuvaki, I think I might know how to get back. Time to go talk it over.
I hope it's not too dangerous. You really scared me. Come on, let's go find...
It seems you have reached a decision. I'm all ears.
Have you figured it out, Columbina? Tell us. How do you plan?
I intend to die here, in this moment, and then be reborn in the future with the help of my friends.
What? What are you saying? How can the dead be... And how will you inform these future friends of your plans? You can't exactly leave oracles. Nothing can escape this place. Not a single ray of... And even if you found a way, what if they never find the message you left for them?
No, that won't happen.
Come again?
They will find my message.
I'm not following.
It's quite simple, really. First, I will leave my soul here.
I see it.
Your soul? You mean your divinity?
Yes. I once left a portion of my soul in the future. One so small that this prison barely noticed anything. In this very moment, she can resonate with my soul across time. When the time comes, I believe that she can serve as an anchor to pull my soul from here back to the future reality.
Just as gravity connects the world to...
Exactly. In the future, where I came from, the moon has been cast beyond the... In a similar way, I can feel a connection to the soul fragment I left behind even now.
But how do you just leave your soul here?
On my way here, I met an ordinary mortal who entered this place long before I did. Her body is long gone, but her soul and before that, I encountered an old enemy whose entire soul survives here intact, while the power that once corrupted his body has faded away.
So, Perhaps this space is specifically designed to imprison divinity and authority, but not the physical body.
Still, even if your body can escape, would it not just be a lifeless husk without the soul inside? Wait, is that what you meant when you said you...
Yes. I shall turn my body into moonlight and pour it over Nodcry. That power shall protect the land and quietly blend into it, awaiting my soul's return in the future. However, I cannot do this on my strength alone. I would need your help to do this, so I'm humbly asking for your assistance.
Oh, dear sister, you need not be so formal. As I said before, we are but remnants of you, on the other hand, were born alone in that distant future, and you have walked a long and lonesome road. Don't forget, we are your sisters, your family.
Arya's right. Actually, I've always wanted a little sister. Now, I finally get to be the big sis. And not...
Sonnet.
Canon?
I'm sorry. I know this is a bold request. The Frost Moon is...
Oh, no, please. Don't misunderstand me, Columbina. I was just... thinking. Back on... You cannot imagine how happy I am to hear of the future world you describe. For the three of us, whose purpose in life was to maintain the peace in Teyvat. If your plan can save them, and save Nodcry. Besides, the three of us have been together since the day we were born. I could never abandon them to live on alone without them.
Canon.
Still, I do have one...
Certainly.
Why do you cover your eyes?
Yeah, I was curious about that too. But it seemed personal, so...
There was a time when I wished to hide my feelings. Seal my heart. Until...
I see. Perhaps that decision saved you from ever having to see the false sky again. But promise me this, Columbina. When you return to the future, I'm sure that you know this already, given that you long to return. But that is your true home. Give me your hand, Columbina. Arya, Sonnet, you too.
Okay.
All right.
We once were the song sung for eternity, but now it is you.
We once were the tides in the great river of time.
We were the messengers of madness and inspiration.
We are souls awaiting the sun.
Is it...
Yes. We have transferred the authority. From this moment on, she is the Tri-Lune Goddess, the one and only moon goddess of this world.
Thank you. Thank you, my sisters.
Now go, and do what you believe is right, Columbina Hyposelenia.
Be aware that we cannot grant you the power of the three moons beyond these prison walls. The conflict that arose over their remains following our disappearance will still take place.
I understand.
Sisters, oh, my body.
It feels...
Now that we have given up our power and authority, our bodies are merely mortal shells.
It's okay, Sonnet. The end must come for every god, just as it does for every human.
We have one final request, Columbi. Could you use the Three Moons' power to send us back into the... Now that we have lost our powers, I doubt this space will see... It's just... We would like to spend...
Of course. Sonnet, don't... I wish I could tell her not to give in to the abyss. Not to be afraid. But is this really what I should say at this... Don't forget. I'm so glad...
No, I'm okay. I'm not afraid.
It looks like... This is goodbye, sisters.
Goodbye, Columbina.
Take care of this world in our stead.
I will. And now, it's time for me to bid farewell to my body, too. May it become the moonlight that keeps Nodcry company through the long years ahead. So this is why Nodcry was not always home to Kuvaki. It only appeared after I poured my body out upon this land, and only this land. Kuvaki responds to me because it is me, my body, answering the call of my soul, and the golden energy I've encountered on my way here was, in fact, that very soul. O power Trilune, eternal moonlight. I, Columbina Hyposelenia, lay aside my body. Let it be cast into the dark night to illuminate the future. May it be a companion to all who dwell beneath the moon. Until the time comes for me to return home.
That was crazy! Were we even allowed to see that? Is anyone? Can you still see?
I see 2 fingers and a look of...
Truly astounding, Miss Nefer. Your eyes have glimpsed the very ends, or is the credit for this miracle due to Miss Lauma?
Surely you jest, Mr. I suspect we have Columbina to thank. She must have realized that there is always a great price to pay for witnessing the truth. But it seems that this...
She chose the perfect method of getting a message to us. Though her eye, despite being separated by time and space, we're seeing the same...
We still don't even know if she's okay right now. But...
We'll get you back somehow, Columbina.
Well, based on the information we now have, let's figure out our next moves.
Thanks to these gentlemen, we have a much clearer picture of the situation with Dator. The civilian population has been moved to safety, so we...
Miss Androne, how are the calculations going?
So far, so good. I'll keep seeing how far I can push the system, though. Can't have Hat Man being powered down for nothing.
There's still a long road ahead. Where should we begin?
Our plan is clear. Time is short, so let's...
There's just never enough time, is there?
All right, we'll do our part too.
Yeah.
Albedo's theory says that elemental energy can dilute the light realm's power, but I'm no expert in building elemental defenses. Sounds like something out of the advanced elemental theory section of the library. Whew.
You seem quite troubled.
Well, yeah. I mean, who doesn't get a little flustered?
You were the very picture.
Yeah, I could have been faking it through that whole meeting for all you know. Who's...
Oh gosh, really?
Still, I was much more in my comfort zone than I am here. At least in Mondstadt, you can cry for help from a cliff top and actually stand... Things have never looked bleaker than they do now. If we don't pull this off...
Oh, you think so? Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Tevat has faced annihilation many times.
Hey, don't give me that. It's not like I'm anyone special.
I disagree. Every human born in this world is special. We angels have always believed that.
In that case, this humble human being has...
I thought you might say that.
I'm sure Alice, in her great wisdom, sent you here precisely...
Well, that has less to do with her wisdom and more to do with my power.
Of course, of course. Well, the thing is, these elemental defenses we're about to build, Durin's findings from his patrols make it clear that Dotori is constantly expanding his territory. First, it's not realistic to completely stop him encroaching on the rest of Nagcry. If Miss Sandroni's calculations are correct, anyway, it's up to us to slow Dotori's advance and buy time for her to...
Are you asking me to help you with building the
No. I'd like you to prepare. When he eventually reaches us, we will have to fight him.
Oh. Can I take it that you're triggering...
Well, technically those terms were about protecting Mondstadt.
You're cashing in on this much?
Well, yeah. The way things are going, I might not get another...
Very well. The mages have heard the knight's plea. To tell the truth, Alice and I had already discussed how we...
This is... Wow. Yeah.
It's been many long years since I had a chance to dazzle... Anyway, Knight of Boreas, please go now. May the angel's blessing deliver you safely to your destination.